Good evening, everybody. Hello and welcome.
Evening, everybody.
Evening.
Hello.
As you can see, we have somebody extra tonight. We have Matthew from Canada, who's agreed to come and join us for the evening, which I'm so excited about. You might, if you were over on Little Ports on Thursday, have seen Matthew getting a reading from the lovely Carlos.
It was so good. It was so good.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. His evidence was spot on. Absolutely spot on. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I was so impressed. And of course, we have Irene and the lovely Jean, who's looking so well considering what she's been through.
Yes. Hello. Good evening, everyone.
I saw a couple of comments going up saying on this snowy day. Wow.
Yeah, it's raining. It snowed in Wales. Wales have got it.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, it's up north as well, I think, up on tops.
Oh, I was going to say, my mum's not mentioned it, and I was FaceTiming her earlier, and she would normally have told me if they've got snow. So it hasn't reached County Durham yet, but I've no doubt it will. County Durham gets all of the snow. So
can I just say thank you to everybody who noticed I'm back again?
Yes.
And somebody's put, yeah, Jean's back. I am back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We've missed you, lass. We've missed you.
Only if she feels well enough. Otherwise, she's not. I'll pick her back up if she thinks.
I'll pull off if I start to flag a bit.
Yeah. And we also have a lovely young lady backstage for a not a blind reading, because she'll be on screen with us, an on-screen reading. And oh, hi Nick. I hope you're all right, sweetheart. You're in our thoughts, and you're on my healing list, and in my healing book as well, Nick. You and your mum and the rest of the family.
Hi, Nick.
So tonight is our divine service, where we will be sending out healing a little bit later on. So if it's all right with everybody, I will open in prayer, and then we'll say the Lord's Prayer, if that's okay. So, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, thank you for allowing like-minded individuals to gather together here across this virtual space tonight. Father, I ask that the veil be lifted between the two realms, so that the guides and inspirers for Irene, Jean, Matthew, and myself are allowed to come forward to allow us to become pure vessels of communication between your world and this. Father, I ask that the loved ones of those watching come forward to offer messages of truth, proof, love, and upliftment, and the evidence, Father, that there is no such thing as death, only physical death, and that our soul will go on and grow and develop. At the end of this evening, Father, I will hand back to you everything which is rightfully yours, with love, honour, and glory. Amen.
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 Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
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 Thank you, everybody. Now over to Poetry Corner.
Thank you, Tony. It's only a short poem this tonight, and this one has been written by our lovely Tony. He sent it to me and he said, what do you think? I said, I'm reading it out on Sunday. So here we go. It's only a short one, but it's lovely. He's called it My Love, Your Voice. Where have you gone, my love? Shall I once again look upon your face or see your shining smile? When the heavens summon you to journey home and you had to answer their hail, my heart broke in two, but now I hear your voice within the wind. It comforts me and brings me solace. As I face long nights alone, I wait, my love, for one day I know I will hear your voice and it shall call me home. And that's your short poem tonight, written by our Tony, bless him. And that's lovely, Tony. Thank you for letting me read it out for you.
It's beautiful.
Michael bought me a quill pen and ink for Christmas in a set, and I was just practicing writing with it, and I thought, oh, that's making a sentence, and then it just grew, and so Spirit obviously took over and decided that that's what they wanted.
I think that's amazing. It was so beautiful. But to be fair, Tony, everybody in Canada probably thinks that everybody in Britain writes with quill pens anyway. When I think of British people writing, that's what I picture that. So
yeah.
I wonder if it's something to do with our history.
So, yeah.
Plus Tony's age.
That is not what I meant, Jean.
Yes. Well,
there you go. That's better. The screen looks a lot better.
India, Tony, I'm getting there, love.
Actually,
Jean is being mean to you, Jean. Yes, Sue. I will put it on. I will put it on the wall, Sue. Yes, I will. I'll definitely do. I've got last night's.
Somebody is older than me. Somebody. Mm-hmm.
Well, she can get away with it, darling, because she's our beautiful friend and she's a lady, so she can get away with it.
She's my mentor. So can't bad against it. Well, now we have come to that time in the service where feeling.
Can I just say they all liking your accent, Matthew?
Yes.
Thanks, guys. It would be the first time
talking because
it would be the first
sexy.
time anybody has ever said that to me, for sure.
You sound sexy.
Well, thank you. I think I sound like cigarettes, but I appreciate that very much.
Yes. So
well,
now
we've got Amanda saying that she thinks your voice is dreamy.
Yeah.
You can't have him, Amanda. I saw him first.
I'm gonna turn red in a second. Thank you, guys.
Let me just mute everybody else because no, Irene, you didn't see him first. I did. So get off.
You guys are gonna make me blush. Seriously,
I need the healing because I'm very poorly, Matthew.
Oh, is that what it is?
I need my chest rubbing, Tony, with Biggs.
I've seen your chest, Gina. I wouldn't rub it with anybody's level of it. Anyway, let me get Stop it. Stop it.
Can I just answer this, Tony? Debbie, if we get anything for you, sweetheart, we will pass the message on, but we can't ask your loved ones to come. If you sell the love out, they might come through, sweetheart, but we can't guarantee it.
Oh, okay. And Sharon Calladine, I'm really sorry, but I think your boyfriend might complain about that.
You guys are amazing. Seriously.
I don't care about boyfriends, girlfriends, wives. It's just come and live with me, darling, and bring that beautiful painting with you.
Debbie's put Deborah. She needs her chest rubbing too.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to be busy if I ever go overseas.
We are trying to do a divine service. Can we just keep living in check, ladies? Right. Okay. We will start our healing part of the service with the healing prayer, and then we'll have that video of candles finished with the word Amen. So, and Nick's just said this is truly the definitive example of a divine service.
Nick
knows. Have you seen what your Michael's put? Have you seen what your Michael's put?
No, because I'm on the healing page. So, you know,
he's put, and this is the reaction he causes with his clothes on. That's your Michael.
Well, thanks, guys.
Well, I can't mute Michael or drop him off the screen because he's not here. He's actually sat there behind me. So, anyway, I'm going to put this prayer up, and we are going to do the healing. There we are.
Okay.
So, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, here we bring before thee all those in our and all absent healing books, that it may please thee to heal them, be they suffering in mind, body, or spirit, those we know, those we do not know, and those who have no one to ask for them, we ask for them now. Amen.
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 Those candles are really calming, Meg. I love them.
They're beautiful.
And that's come all the way from, I think it was either Plymouth or Portsmouth to Cambridge to us to Bridlington. They're traveling around the country, these candles and this healing service. It's wonderful. We love it.
The healing prayer is beautiful. I noticed that in when you were filling in for Reverend Nick. It was the first time I had heard it, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. I love the part that you put in there that it includes people that could not ask for themselves. I just think that just makes my heart melt every time.
I heard Nick say it a few times, and I said to him, would you mind if I use that healing prayer? And he said, oh gosh, I would have to write it down. I've been saying it for however many years, and I've never written it down. I don't know. So he sent it over to me, and I put it on that slide, and I just think it's lovely.
I agree.
It encapsulates everything.
Yeah.
Because healing's not just for the physical, or it's for the mind and the spirit as well as the body. It's brilliant.
I think it's beautiful.
And if you want healing sending out to anybody, I've got a healing page. I'm going to change the name of it. Actually, I'm going to call it a prayer page on my website now. So just send me names over in a private message, and I'll add them to the prayer page of the website, and we can get that sorted, no problem. And then they'll be included in the prayer as well as we go over. Well, now we have, could we also think about everyone who's lost their life? Of course we can. Yeah. Of course we can. Everybody who's lost their life to COVID, it's dreadful. We have Megan sat backstage. She's been sat patiently while you lot have been tearing poor Matthew apart. Bless him.
Oh, we wasn't.
Hi, Megan.
Hi.
Hello, Megan.
I am so sorry for the behaviour.
Hi, Megan.
It's fine. It's
not fine. It's disgraceful behaviour. I won't have it.
Wouldn't be real church without it, Tony.
It wouldn't. I mean, I've been to churches that make that behaviour look positively saintly.
Is Birmingham one of those?
Yes, Brimington is one of those.
Yeah, Brimington.
I'm missing all of the churches we visit. I really am. It's hard, and it's churches like Brimington that make me miss it, because it's where you feel included and warm and part of as if you've been in that congregation forever. But it will happen. We will get back out there. So anyway, yes, Tony is doing private readings for a small donation to the Rainbow Project, which is a wonderful project for LGBT people across South Yorkshire and anywhere that need it, really. Susie Jowl. Hi, Susie.
Hi, Mum.
Didn't know Mum was on there.
I didn't either. I thought she was sat eating a tea.
Yes. Yes, Brimington provide really nice biscuits. Michael's just put Brimington provide.
Oh dear.
Okay, Megan, let's get your reading started, love, because you've been sat backstage patiently from the offset. Has anybody else got a link, or can I start?
Well, you can. I was just going to see if Matthew had. That's what I was waiting for first. So
there's
a chance.
A few people that I can feel stepping forward, Megan. But whoever wants to go first can go first.
You go for it,
No,
matey.
you go first, darling.
All right. Thanks. Hi, Megan. Nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you too.
All right. So I'm just going to explain how I work for like 1 second before I get started.
Yeah.
So When I step into your energy, my intention is that messages will come forward from loved ones and spirit guides, and whatever happens is to your highest benefit, whatever is going to help you the most in this moment. And as I'm stepping into your energy field, the first thing that I can see around you is your aura colors. And your aura has a lot of beautiful colors in it, but I'm so drawn to the red that I can see beaming from your heart. And red to me represents two things. It can represent anxiety or feeling overwhelmed. The other thing it can represent to me is empathic ability, or being able to feel and sense everyone's emotions. And I feel like this is something that you carry deeply within you as an actual gift. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if you get overwhelmed when you're around a lot of people, or drained when you're around a lot of people, because the color right beside it is blue, which is a healing energy, which is a very loving energy. And as I'm in your energy, I am feeling a woman stepping forward who's passed on, and she comes in as older than you. So this could be a mother or a grandmother vibration, but I'm feeling her from your mom's side of the family. And as she steps in, I feel like I can't take a deep breath. So to me, this is like either breathing issues or something in the chest area at the time of passing. And personality wise, I feel like she had all day for people, but don't make her mad. Like, that's the feeling that I get. I get that she was very loving, but don't make her mad. And I'm very drawn to springtime in her energy as well, as important to her. So that could be birth, death, or something else of significance. And she's coming in and she's talking about your family. She's talking about the family that you come from, which would be siblings and parents and grandparents and all of that. And she says that it's been a very hard year and a half for pretty much everybody within your family unit. And she's saying that this is going to get better. It's in the process already of getting better. And as I'm speaking with her, she's drawing me to the symbol that I use of looking within, which is the mirror. And so this is her talking about your connection with yourself. And she says this is healing. At this time. So she says you're building a positive relationship with yourself slowly. She says in the past that you would hold everything inside and you wouldn't express things, and including things that you needed to express for your own well-being. And she's saying that this is something that is beginning to slowly change. You're using your voice more, which is very happy. There's also a young male around you that I can feel as well. So this is a man who passed away young. And when he passed away, it came on fairly quickly. I get a fairly rapid passing. I'm also very drawn to November, December is important to him, or the end of a year is important to him. And he would have been somebody that I would have liked to hang out with, I think. And the reason I say that is I feel like he could be fun. I think he could take people on crazy adventures and they wouldn't be sure if they would get arrested or not, but they would have a great time anyway. And as he steps forward, he's stepping forward saying, sorry, I had to leave so quickly. So I think this is an acknowledgement that when he passed away, it happened very fast. He's also talking about a woman who is alive that is older than him that he was connected to. So if his mom is still with us, it could be his mother figure. But he is sending her healing for a few different things. One is emotional. The other is her legs and hip area feel very tense to me. So whoever this is, they are receiving healing from him, from spirit, for physical balance or something like that as well. So hopefully some of that makes sense for you. But that's what I got as I stepped into your energy.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
I know Megan, I've known her quite a while now, since we first started going to Brimington, and it made sense to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
No,
I never know what I'm talking about. I just listen and give you what I get.
we don't. Like I said to you in the private messages we were having, we're just Bluetooth speakers, really. It comes in from spirit and comes out of our mouths. And it's funny when you go back to churches and things and they say, do you remember last time you were here and you told me this, this, and this? Like, no. Because once I've finished with that reading and moved on, it goes.
Yeah, Tony, you keep freezing, don't.
Oh, everything else seems all right.
What's the matter, love?
Irene says I'm freezing.
Oh.
I am actually. It's really cold. Anyway, Megan.
Oh, they've all gone and left me. Can you hear me, Meg?
No, I think it's you, Irene. I think it's your.
Go on, Tony. It's your turn. Then you said you had something.
I think Megan can. Megan, can you hear me, sweetheart? No.
I don't know what's happening, but I can hear everybody and Irene asking me if I can hear her.
She's gone. Must be her connection. Anyway, right, Megan. I got an older woman to you as well. When Matthew said he's got this lady that's older than you on a maternal feel, so it feels to me like a grandmother figure or a great aunt, something like that, because I know I'm going up the generations on the family tree. As I'm connecting with this lady's energy, I feel like she's a lady that is very strong, very independent, knows her own mind, won't be swayed if she's made her mind up about something. That's it. That's how it's happening. End of. And I do feel like she's been in spirit quite a while. I don't know what that means, but that's what she said. I've been here quite a while. Can I tidy that up a little bit, sweetheart? Because that sounds really bad. She says, and he's with me. He's with me. So I don't know if her husband's with her or who this is, but she's just said, and he's with me in a like joking type way.
Yeah.
Like, thought I was going to get some peace and quiet, but he's with me. Okay. She's coming around you, sweetheart, because she's saying you need some of that strength right now. You need some of that grit that she had, is how she's putting it to me. And she's right. Okay. And she's talking to me about the month of September must be significant around you for birthdays, anniversaries, or passings, because she's talking about September. And she's talking about the cancer condition. I don't know that the cancer condition was with her, but she's talking about there's somebody who had the cancer condition. And I feel like it's, she says, that's an interesting way of putting it. She says it went on its travels, love. So it must have travelled about once it got a hold, bless. But she said, whoever this is for, bless, she's saying, but she's got a really strange way of putting things. It's like to the point. It's very, because she just said, but it wasn't a long drawn out affair. So it wasn't a long illness. It was quite a short illness. So that's just how she's putting it. But there must be somebody around you, earth side of life, who has the same turn of phrase, if you like, because I feel like there's somebody who you're standing with them and they say something and you go, oh my God.
Yeah, that's me and my sister.
Right, because it's like, oh, is there no filter between there and there? But she's saying to me, best way to be, sweetheart, best way to be, because it's said, and then if they don't like it, that's the door, and they can go. But she's okay, bless. Right. She is starting to pull away from me, sweetheart, but you must understand somebody who wears perfume that smells a lot like lavender. You know, that really sweet florally smell.
Yeah.
Because that's all I can smell, and it's not quite lavender, but that's how it smells.
Yeah.
So she's bringing that through for you, sweetheart. And I will leave it there because Irene and Jean want to read as well for you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Right, bless you.
Hi, Megan.
Hi,
Can I
Jean,
just
you all
say-
right?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot better now, thank you. I do pick up on a lot of what Tony says because we do link in more now. But can I just say, I've got to give you the red for the strength, which Matthew's already give you.
Yeah.
Because at the minute, that's what you're needing. You need to build that
Definitely.
strength up because there's things you've got to say and there's a lot of things you've got to do, sweetheart.
Yeah.
And it's all coming. Excuse me. And you're thinking to yourself, when am I going to have enough time in day to get all this in?
Yeah.
All right. Well, they are going to help you with that. But they just want to say, and I've still got the lady, but I've got a gentleman with me as well. But I've just got to say from the lady, sweetheart, she's saying, will you please use your words wisely?
Yeah.
Be careful. Just be careful how you say things.
Yeah.
And I know what Tony's saying because I don't think what I say. I just say it and then think later. I think, oh, should that have come out like that? And this is why this lady's saying, just think before you speak, darling. Okay?
Yeah.
And make it there. The strength's there for you. You've got a lot a lot going on for a young one. Can I say that?
Yeah.
A hell of a lot for a young. I'm going to say young lady. That's what I'm going to say, young lady. You've got a lot going on in your life. All right. They are going to help you. I know Tony gives you the smell of the perfumes and everything, sweetheart, but I can smell talcum powder, you know, like the Johnsons. And this is what I can smell. And you must be able to, when you go back a little while, when you was a little nipper, you must be able to understand where somebody had one of those big powder puffs.
Yeah.
Because I've got a big powder puff here and I'm puffing it on.
Yeah.
And it's a memory for you, darling. And she's fetching these lovely memories in because that's what you're needing.
Yeah.
You're needing to look back. You've had a recent passing, sweetheart, within the last 3 years.
Yeah.
All right, because they're saying they're coming in. It could be sooner than 3 years, but I go back 3 years for a recent passing.
Yeah.
Because there's no time in spirit, so I have to put my own on. And unless they say, well, it's with the last 6 months, then I can say you that.
Yeah.
But they're coming in, darling, and they're just wanting to let you know that everything's fine.
Yeah.
And they are with the family on the other side. I've also got to give you a child in the spirit world, sweetheart. I'm not saying that's your child, but I'm going to give you a child in the spirit world. Okay? And at the minute, they're moving around and they're getting looked after. And to be honest, a little tinker.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And I've got to say that to you. I know Tony gave you the month of September, but can I give you the month of August, sweetheart?
Yeah.
For an anniversary, because they're fetching that in strong.
Yeah.
And I've also got to give you, I wouldn't say we're a Bible, it's like a little prayer book. Or something like, this is how they're showing it, my sweetheart. And you can understand where somebody would have pressed some flowers. I don't know if it's in this book or they would have pressed some flowers.
Yeah.
Okay, this is all memories she's fetching in for you, darling.
Yeah.
And I want to give you the chain. I know there's something on it, but I'm not quite sure what because I can't see it. She just said, give her the chain and you will understand. Okay, and that's coming in for you as well. There's so much love in the spirit world. And can I just say, darling, that I know you've smelt the perfume, but you have sensed spirit around you. You felt the touching. You felt the touching of spirit. And all right, darling. And you've heard a male voice whispering in your ear.
Yeah.
Because they just said, we're whispering and it's getting through. You know they're there and you're getting more aware of spirit because now you're beginning to wear it a little bit more. Can you understand this?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to really get through in different ways to you, sweetheart. Okay?
Yeah.
And I know we all can't go out shopping and everything yet, but they're saying just treat yourself. You've been looking at something, whether it be on Amazon or something. Get it. Are you Dad, Alan? Get it. Treat yourself. All right, sweetheart, there's nothing wrong. You treat yourself to it. Oh,
Yeah.
I've got an echo.
Have you?
Yeah, and my phone's off. Treat yourself to it, sweetheart. They're echoing it, look, saying you've got to. All right, darling. And I'll just leave you with the month of, I know you've had spring, but can I give you the spring flowers? Because somebody would have loved to have been out in the spring, you know, with the flowers sitting in a garden, perhaps having a cup of tea and a natter.
Yeah.
And this is what they would have done. I'm going to leave Spirit's love with you, sweetheart. This lady, the gentleman, bless him, only got that is talking to you. But I'll leave this lady's love with you and the gentleman and pass you on to Irene.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jean. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
There's not really a lot more that I can add to that, sweetheart. When you hear this gentleman, I've got I don't know if it's the same gentleman that Jean had, but he's just come up behind me, and he's just said, when you hear the whispering you hear, will you please listen, because you're not listening. You think it's something that you're not hearing properly, but it is spirit trying to get in touch with you, sweetheart. And it's also telling me that you seem to have lost a little bit of your confidence, if that would make sense to you, sweetheart. You seem to have gone backwards a little bit, and now you're trying to come forwards again. But I don't know. This gentleman comes in very close, so I know he's a family member, sweetheart. And he's just saying, just go with it and just keep your strength up, and you will get the confidence back. And it's also going to help you with your spiritual work as well, sweetheart. Start off slowly, and then you can build it up from that, because they aren't working with you in a better way. So you've got to open your ears and start listening, darling.
Yeah.
And that's all I've got for you, sweetheart. Okay,
That's
so
fine.
I'm
Thank
going to
you
say
all very
good night and God
much.
bless.
Oh,
Thank
may
you.
You're very welcome, darling.
You're very welcome.
Thanks,
Oh,
Well, thank
Oh,
you,
Susie,
Megan.
bless her.
Yeah,
It's been
thank
lovely
you.
to see you again. Say hello to everybody for me.
I will.
yes, hello to everybody.
Fingers crossed we'll see you
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Nice,
See you
sweetheart.
later.
See you soon. Oh,
The Alan and Nick and everybody.
yes. Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hello, everybody who's
Bless.
joined.
I
since we
saw
started.
Daddy Alan on.
Yes. I saw
Absolutely.
my dad, bless him. Well, I
I
haven't
know,
seen
and he
my dad
said,
since last
hi, but he
February.
said hello to me, bless him, my dad.
Yes, he did.
Me earthbound dad.
Well, he'd have been really young, but never mind. Okay, so now we come to the part of the service where it's blind readings. I know there's a lot of people on from Matthew's page that might not have seen how we work. We now do blind readings where we start giving off evidence, and if you recognize the evidence, just put a comment in and we'll pick it up, and hopefully we'll get to where it is. But if we don't, if there's 2 or 3 people that can take it and they can still take all of the information, then that's where it's meant to be. So you can all have it. All right. Has anybody got anything they want to give off? Matthew?
I do. So
I like that little finger.
So the way that I kind of do this is I have a pen and paper and I just sort of let my hand go. So the first thing that I got because I knew we were about to do this because I've watched your wonderful services before. So the first thing that I got was the name James coming through. And so this is somebody in the spirit world. And I do not feel like James was super, super elderly at his time of passing, but I couldn't place him in his 20s or 30s either. So to me, this is like around 50 years old, 60 years old, something like that. And the other thing that I saw as he was stepping in was I could see a truck, and not one of the giant, delivery trucks that you see on a highway. This was more of like a pickup truck or something like that. And when I saw it, I immediately got the feeling of the part of the heart that is called the aorta, and I felt like there was a blockage sitting in that part of the heart at his time of passing. And I was also so drawn to seeing snow melt, which in Canada happens around March-ish. And I was very drawn to that time of year with this man. Pam says, "Oh my God, 50 is not old. I'm sorry." And so I could feel him stepping forward, and he was talking about a female that's alive that is younger than him, that has been really struggling emotionally in the last year or so with depression and just sort of feeling like she's on this roller coaster that she can't really get off of. And then he started talking to me about a woman, another woman that is older than the first woman he was mentioning. And I feel like she has a very strong connection to the month of May. Okay, so Meg says, I have a grandpa Jim, heart attack, died in his 50s. Cool. So we may be with you, Meg. So the other woman that he was talking about is an elderly or much older female that is slowly starting to have trouble caring for herself. And he's sending a lot of healing and guidance to the family around helping her to get the help that she needs. And what he's saying is that she cannot really speak up to use her voice to advocate for her own care. So he's suggesting that people somehow help with that advocacy. So we had 2 people that can take it. So Nick says James is mine and Dad's middle name, and he drove those trucks. March is his birthday, and he has a heart attack. Mom is younger than him. Okay, so we could be with Nick, and we could be with, there was somebody else, Meg.
Meg Kelly.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask Spirit to juggle. So what I'm going to do, because I believe it's probably both of your loved ones piggybacking on each other, so I'm going to ask them to separate the information for me. I'm going to ask for things specifically for evidence for Nick and specifically evidence for Meg. So let's see who comes first. So one of these Jameses is giving me this feeling that their younger years throughout their life were kind of challenging. They said that they were kind of closed off he says he was closed off as a person, but over time he opened up. He became more worldly. And he's also saying that he, in the last few years of his life, really went within himself. Like he was kind of on this introspective journey. He was having not difficulty with communicating with the world around him. It wasn't like a disability or anything, but he says that he kind of taken a step back from life a little bit. He's also showing me his right knee, and it's giving me a pain right through it. So to me, this is also saying that he either had a leg injury, a knee injury, or something like that. So I'm not sure if one of you guys can understand that, either Meg or Nick. Meg says yes, she started hospice. So I think we're getting a piggyback, which means two spirits coming in and they feel like one person to me because there's a lot of similarities. Let's see what the other James says. So the other James to me, okay, so also one of these Jameses feels very quiet to me, which I think was the introspective one. The other James to me feels very outgoing and very lively and very fun. Yeah, and that's where they've stopped me. I get nothing else until yeah, more validation or something. I'm not sure.
Right. Okay.
I know that was very disjointed, guys. I apologize.
No, absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Bye.
But just on
We've
the
had
back
worse.
of that, and Meg says hers, I think that was quiet.
Hers was quiet, and
Yeah.
Nick's dad was the loud one.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you've got it there. Yeah.
Perfect.
Anything else, or do you want me to pick it up?
You go right ahead. Yeah, I felt like I just walked through a blender. So
I've got. It's really weird because I've got one being really loud on this side of me, and the other one sort of standing here, just being really gentle and so let me just sort them out. So Nick, if this louder I'll say louder, I don't mean that disrespectfully, he's got a much more vibrant personality and energy as I'm connecting with him, if you would understand. He's also this is really difficult because I know this is still raw. He just wants to send his love and not apologize, but say he just wishes it all could be different, because it was just all like putting your foot on a bit of ice and just your foot going away from you. It just all happened so quick, and we couldn't control it. And he's talking to me about, do you mean 5 or do you mean the 5th? I think he means the 5th of a month, Nick, but as you know, I can be a day or so off with my dates. It's really weird. Since I started doing this, Jane, they've been like that, haven't they? And he's also talking to me about the month of June, if you would understand as well, Nick. See, I know that I want evidence that I don't know. He's saying he's having banter with Wendy, which, like I say, I know that, so I need something different. That's exactly how it started. I lost footing. Oh, bless. Right. Oh, hang on. The other one's just jumped in. So, Meg, would you understand why this gentleman's saying to you that you need to, yes, for June, thanks, Nick, you need to find your voice, because it's like, I don't know if this is symbolic, sweetheart, or if it's literal, but he's saying other people are talking for you and you need to find your voice. So just put your best armor on and find your voice and move forward in the way you're meant to, sweetheart. And oh gosh, he's leaving. As he's leaving me, sweetheart, he's putting something around my wrist. Would you understand a bracelet with these don't look like charms, but they've got something hanging off them. I don't know if there were little gems or something hanging off this bracelet, sweetheart. But he's given me that, and he's just blowing a kiss and saying, he's only ever a thought away, sweetheart. And he stepped to one side. If anything else comes through, darling, I will pass it on. Right. The other gentleman's just stepped back in, Nick, and he's just talking to me also about around now. There must be something around now. Either a birthday or an anniversary, but I feel celebratory around that. So I believe it must be an anniversary of something, like a wedding rather than an anniversary of a passing. But he's talking about an anniversary around now or a birthday around now. He's also talking about yes to the bracelet. Thanks, Meg. Needing to I know we talked the other day about how you were doing and everything, but he's talking about finding space for you. His anniversary was Boxing Day, right? Bless you, sweetheart. But finding more time for you and more outlet for you and your creativity. Okay. He isn't really giving me much more, sweetheart. But as he's pulling away a little bit, he's showing me a box. I'm not sure if it's a tin box or a wooden box, but it looks quite old and beat up, as if it's been through a lot of stuff. And in it is little bits of paper. I don't know if they're little passport photo type things, and he's just leafing through them, and he's saying, happy days, happy days. And that's where he's leaving me, sweetheart. And I'll see if he's moved on to either Irene or Jean. And bless you.
Can I jump on with Nick, please?
Yeah.
Nick, can I just say, darling, I have got the gentleman, and I'm sending my prayers and healing to you, sweetheart, 'cause I know you've just lost your father. But can I just say, this gentleman, I know it was a loud one amongst them, but he would have also been a bit of a prankster, because I've got that sense of humour where he would have given them little jokes, and he'd got time for people. I know Tony mentioned a little box, I don't know what it's for, but can I just give you a toolbox, sweetheart? And in this toolbox, I've got all these different bits and bobs, and he's saying they are to be used, not to just keep in. So I don't know if you've got work to do, Nick, but is not just shoving them to one side. It is opening the box and he's saying, look, there's things in there. So I do know that there's things you've to be doing, love. All right. It's also so to look in the toolbox, darling, there's things in there. I don't know if he's on about where he lent something out and he didn't get back, because he's saying it's not there. So I do feel as though he could have lent something out, sweetheart. You know what people are like. Unless you remember, you never get it back. I know you said there was an anniversary in Boxing Day, but can I just give you February, darling? Towards the end of February, there is a birthday or an anniversary then. And I also want to take you to the month of July, making reference to July. And I don't know if it's this gentleman, but there was nicknames. Somebody always give people nicknames. Never called him by the first name. There was nicknames. He's not telling me what. Right, thank you. So don't have to tell your Nick that he's with you, because he'll never be aware. But you must be able to understand the nicknames. Called people by nicknames is telling me. Right, thank you. I know there were February that was going on about there, darling. Okay. And I'm not saying it's you. And I have been in bedroom, not physically in your bedroom, but only on screen. Let's just get that right. We don't want everybody thinking I've been in Nick's bedroom, because I haven't that way. But can I just say, sweetheart, I don't know if you've got a shelf what needs sorting, or a bookcase or something, because he's making me want to straighten it up. So it must be sliding a bit. because he's wanting to straighten that up. And he's saying it's been like that a while. So you've got a shelf what's leaning, and he's wanting that sorting out. And he's saying it's a good time now to get things sorted, Nick. So I hope you can understand this, sweetheart. But he's saying it's a good time to get things sorted, whether it be physical, mentally, but it's time to get things sorted out. He wants to send love round to everybody around you, sweetheart. And could you please let... I'm watching him. I'll help you make your bed, Nick, when I'm better. If you can't make your bed.
You made our beds.
Oh, I did, yeah.
And put the curtains back.
Yeah, when I go to Caravan and I go to Tony's, I'm sorry, but I have a thing about making the beds and tidying the curtains. It's just, all right, Nick, sorry, that's my fault. And if it's a shelf downstairs, but I do know it's got to be sorted out, darling, before it falls. And I don't know if Dad would have had a special cup or a special mug, but he's giving me this as well. And he's just said he wants pride of place in the house. So I don't know where you're going to put it, but he's talking about this as well, darling. Okay. And he's just said, I don't know if you might have to ask Nick, but he's on about a hole in one of his pockets, because he's just said there's no hole in my pocket. So please, when you look through, there's a hole in one of his pockets. No, thank you. So I know he's talking about that, darling. So please check, there's a no. He's just said that's where he lost his money, but I don't believe that. That's it. That's where my money fell through, a hole in this pocket. And I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what he's just said to me. A right character, I've got to say, full of beans, because this is how he's coming through. I know it's not being long as he's being passed, but you know they can come back within 5 minutes going over if they wish to. But there's so much there, Nick, for you, love, and I hope you can understand what I've said. But he's just saying, why is he saying paddywhack? Nick paddywhack. I've
Nick,
just got this.
Give
the dog a bone. Yeah, he's just saying this, Nick. I don't know if that's something he used to have a joke about, but he's talking about this, all right? I wouldn't say could sing, but never mind. I can't, but I pretend I can. All right, so I'm going to leave his love with you. I hope you can understand it all and pass you on to Irene, darling. Thank you.
Oops, I've got the wrong one again.
Thanks, Jean. Hi, Nick. Well, what can I follow that with? I think Jean's just said
you,
about
Nick,
said anything. Oh, bless, holy carried promise. Always said he had no money. Well, that's a typical fella. They always say they've got. Did they have long pockets and short arms, Nick? That's what they say, isn't it?
I've said that to a few.
Yeah, long pockets and short arms. Right. Okay. You know he's around you, Nick, and you know we all know what you do, sweetheart. So, and he's just trying to make you smile, sweetheart, because he knows it's a hard time for you and for your mum as well. And when the photos came in, I'd already seen. Look, you're looking at the photos and that, and having a walk down memory lane, and he's just saying, "Keep going forward." Keep going forward. Stitched up his pockets. All right, okay. He says that there's a lot for you to sort out, obviously, and there's some legal stuff to do. He says, but you will get through it. And he is going to be watching you from spirit, sweetheart, and he is going to be there alongside you as much as he can. But the main message from him, sweetheart, is keep your faith. Keep your faith, and it'll get stronger, and he's going to help you, and he's going to be with you and your mum. He's not going to leave you, and you know you can always talk to him through the veil. I don't know if he had a special passage in the Bible or in a prayer book, but he's showing me both, and he stopped at a certain place, but I can't actually see where he stopped. So he might have had a special place, and he's talking about putting names on a piece of paper in the Bible, or putting pieces of paper on his favourite verses in his favourite books in the Bible, sweetheart. And would you understand somebody having a sweet tooth, because he's just given me lots and lots of we have picked so for the it's bloody cat. Right, moaned at him about it. Right, okay, sweetheart. And you would understand where somebody's got a sweet tooth as well, because he's just given me a great big box jar of mixed sweets and chocolates and fudges and toffees, and it was his hymn book. Thank you for that confirmation, sweetheart. I could just see it, but I couldn't see the writing on it, so I don't know what it is, but he knows, and he's quite happy with what you've picked for him, darling. And I'm to leave it there, Nick, and I'm going to say good night and God bless, and thank you for working with us, and please accept my condolences as well. Good night, darling. God bless.
Bless you, Nick. I'm so pleased we could bring Francis through for you, mate. That was lovely.
I'm sorry for your loss, Nick.
It's dreadful.
Well,
hello, Colorado. I don't know.
Snowy Colorado.
Well, I don't know if that was the name of the place, snowy in Colorado, or if it's snowing in Colorado. But welcome.
Probably snowing in Colorado.
Probably.
Yes. Yeah.
And thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Sharon, Faith's been getting stronger and stronger since we've been following you. Thanks for being here. Thank you.
That's lovely.
Well, I think Matthew's got another. I've seen him holding his pen.
Yeah.
Really, please send out your thoughts to your son, and if he comes through, we'll give you the evidence, and that's how we do it. We do a couple of on-screen readings, and then we go into blind readings. If you want an on-screen reading, throw me a private message, and then we'll randomly pick names as we come on. All right, over to Matthew.
All right, so I actually got two. So I'm trying to decide which one to start with. There's one here that I think is going to take research on somebody's part, because they came through as ancestral, which to me means that they didn't really get to know these people on Earth, but they guide them, they watch over them and their family. But they gave a decent amount of evidence of how to figure out who this is for and how that person can find them. So the message is going to somebody that had car trouble on Friday and Saturday that just passed. They felt like they were going to have car trouble on Friday, but it really got bad on Saturday. I also saw a lighter color of cars, so either white or silver. Now, here's the weird part. There was 4 people that came forward, and they showed me a black and white photo, and I felt like I pulled it off the wall and turned it over, and I saw the names Annie, Sybil, Chloe, and Graham written on the back of this. And I felt like they had taken me to a small town in the countryside. And I also felt like I walked into this place, and it felt like a mix between a pub, a house, and a hotel. I have no idea how that comes together, other than maybe there was a pub downstairs, and then maybe you could rent rooms or something upstairs, is the feeling that I got. I also saw a red sign, and it almost looked like it had a bit of a red flag on it with white lines on it. And I could see that. And I heard either daw or draw, clairaudiently. I also feel that this is a place that that was owned by your family at one time. And I feel like this picture is something that somebody in your family still has. And yeah, the message that I got with it is that these people are around you. So if you've had car trouble on Friday and Saturday, start looking in your family and see if you can find this. Like I said, I don't feel like it would be immediately something that could be validated. But if you look, you will find these 4 people in their black and white photo, and you can just know that they are guiding you on your path. And also that any issues around, this is going to sound weird, reproductive organs is going to be fine in March. It will be fine. Yeah. So whatever concern you have, it'll be okay.
If nobody else can take this, Matthew, I can, because my husband and I used to run a pub restaurant with letting rooms above. The sign was red, and it was out in the country. And my husband has car trouble at the moment. It's going into the garage on Monday.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Cool. All right. Well, that sounds like that.
Nobody else can take it. That's fine. But, that's,
Yeah, Meg, this would be car trouble. Like to me, running out of gas is like annoying and unfortunate. But car trouble in this sense, I got an image of
Yeah.
somebody like trying to start their car and it's kind of turning over and then eventually starts. Like that, it's more of like a mechanical
Yeah.
problem. Yeah.
Right, so that was that.
Yeah,
What was-
that's him. It's
Pardon?
What was
sorry.
the other one you got? You said there was two.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So the other one was somebody's spirit guides coming forward, and they were immediately showing me a little boy that has developmental issues who's alive. So this may be for his mother, but he has developmental issues, or there's something about his learning style that's different or challenging. And I feel like when you're listening to this message, you are in a living room that feels very long rather than wide. And I can see a wooden coffee table in front of you, and I feel like it opens up. And when I look at the corner of this coffee table, I can see a coaster for a mug, and it's got a flower on it. So whoever this is for, I am feeling your guides coming forward. They're wanting you to know that things monetarily that you've been worried about are going to be okay. And immediately then I get a woman stepping in as a loved one. And so to me, she comes in as older than you as well. So to me, this feels like older than a mother. It feels more like a grandmother vibration. And I also want to say that when this woman passed away, it was a long process. Like I'm getting like 8 months to a year of passing. I also want to say that she was unable to think clearly. I feel very strange and foggy in my head and my mind, so neurological and mental. And I also want to say that on Earth, okay, she's also showing me the name Anne. And so either her name, your middle name, something like that, or your name. Yes. So she is coming forward for you. She is wanting you to know that she is around family. She's making me smell alcohol around a man on the earth plane. So this is somebody with an addiction issue. I am being shown that this is something that you cannot take on yourself. They are saying you cannot fix this person. This person has to fix themselves. Okay. And so if somebody can take that, wonderful. Two?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Danielle Griffin, and you're still with Meg Kelly.
Okay, so we have Meg Kelly, and sorry, the other one was
Danielle Griffin. Our son Orion has charge syndrome with autism. Our mom was in and out of comas for 10 months.
Okay.
And Meg's.
And it's her cousin and best friend grew up together. Okay, I will ask for, again, differences, and I will try to make it not disjointed this time as I juggle probably both of these spirits. Okay, let me see. Okay, so for one of you guys, I feel as well that this is going to sound so weird. I feel like I'm walking into your home. So whoever this is for out of the two of you, when I walk into your home, I feel like I immediately see a black rug or a place that I can leave shoes or boots or whatever. And I walk down the hallway and I turn right into a kitchen. And I feel like I want to go to a coffee maker. And I feel like when I look at the top of this coffee maker, there's a crack in it or it's broken or something like that. If one of you can take that, cool. I don't know why they're bringing that as evidence, because to me, that's not so much about the spirit world as about somebody on Earth. But there we go. Yeah, that's it. They're gone. Yeah, someone else will take over.
Oh, Danielle, yes and yes.
Awesome sauce.
There we go.
Ladies, either one of you got anything to pick up with that, or a link, or?
I'm just trying to link in because I keep losing
Just trying
both.
to think.
Is it Danielle? Daniela?
Yeah.
Danielle?
Griffin or Meg Kelly? We're split still.
Oh, we're split.
Yeah.
Right. Wait a minute then, because
Danielle
I've
and
got
Meg.
right. Because I've got this lady who's coming in, and I've got to say this lady wouldn't be very tall. I'm 5'6", so she might be about 5'5", something like that. I know she wouldn't be overly big, as I always say it. I know she just would have been nicely built. She's got a lovely complexion. Her hair would have always been nice, and she would have always had it set back, but about shoulder length. I'm going to about shoulder length, but she would have always had it looking nice. She's making me aware that she would have had dark hair in the past, in a younger day, but it went to a salt and pepper hair, salt and pepper in now, as she's telling me. Mine was 5'2". I don't know how, because I'm 5'6". Let me go with it, Meg, and see what we can pick up, sweetheart. Because it could be me, but I'm not saying that. If you can take the description of the lady then and not the eye, that would be more helpful. as she's coming in here. She's coming in, sweetheart, that she said towards the end. It's always styled right, and that's Meg, because as she's coming in, and she's saying that towards the end she didn't like actually asking for support because she got as though she needed that support. And she said I'm not saying she had dementia or Alzheimer's or anything like that, but she's saying that her memory wasn't quite what it used to be. She's making reference to here. She used to like to sit, and I don't know if she did you can understand someone what did the cross stitching or something like that, because she's showing me a picture where I don't know if it's Winnie the Pooh or something, where somebody would have had on a bedroom wall for a kiddie. She's making reference to this as well. And can I just say she's all right, darling? She's fetching in. Wait a minute. She didn't, but she needed it. Right, thank you. And Daniela can still understand. Thank you very much. Because she's coming in with this. Can I just say she's giving me the month of July as well for her birthday, sweetheart? And there's a birthday to come in the month of March. She's making Winnie the Pooh. Right. Well, I just know it was crossed it. I just know it was something I can see as she's showing me here. Can I just say, all right, darling? She's saying that somebody keeps talking about decorating. So I do know this might split it because somebody wants to decorate and they can't make their minds up on colour or anything like that. She says, well, you've always been like that where you can't make your mind up. Just go neutral. Go neutral, because then you can always change it. Okay? And somebody's telly's not quite right. Thank you. She's talking about the television's not right. I don't know. She's on about batteries, so it might be only batteries in the remote. But she's talking about the television, sweetheart, so you must be able to understand that as well. Where she's fetching this in. Oh, but there can be little conflicts about who's watching what as well, she's saying. Okay, she's seen all this. Can I take you to your kitchen just for 2 minutes, please? Right, thank you. Because she's... Right. Can I take you into your kitchen? And she's talking about somebody, she just said meat and two veg. Somebody likes the meat and two veg. Well, I'm sorry, but that's how she said it. Oh, said yes to the television.
Meg.
Right.
And Danielle says yes, your batteries.
Oh, God. Right. Can I just go to the meat and two veg? Somebody would have, you can understand where somebody would always like the meat and two veg. And especially on a Sunday, it was a thing where Sunday, they would have always had to do a Sunday dinner. You can have it any day at week now, but with them, they always had to have the Sunday dinner where people sat together, whether it be only, thank you, whether it'd only be that one day where everybody were together, but they always made sure. And she's just saying, all right, sweetheart, but somebody would leave the pots till later, where she would have liked to have washed them up, got them away, and then you can settle down. And she's saying that somebody did like to leave the pots, have a sit down first and a cup and then go back. And I'm smelling smoke, so I know somebody must smoke. I don't feel it. Might be this lady, but I don't feel that. But or they would have gone out for a cig, she's telling me. So I know there's a smoker amongst the family somewhere there, as she's telling me, sweetheart. Right, thank you. Sorry, I'm just trying to come up a little bit so I can see. So she's fetching this in. She's the smoke I can find as well. So you must be able to understand that. Why do I want to give somebody that? I've just got a cider, and I know that cider. I don't drink, but she's just given me a cider, so you must be able to understand where somebody likes the cider, because she's just given me a cider here as well. Okay. Right, thank you. We're not going to split it, are we?
No.
Because they're both here. Can I just... Go on, sorry, Matthew.
I asked for information that might split it. And I got a number, which is kind of strange. I don't know what to do with it. It could be an address, it could be a phone number, could be a date, but it's 1351. So if one of you can understand the numbers 1351 or 1351 as something significant to one of these loved ones, then that may split it. Yeah.
That might help.
Yeah.
But so she's fetching this in as well. Come on then, darling. Well, I've got to give, I don't know me, yet a cider. I just not got a cider and I don't know me drinks. But I know this was cider because it's sweet. So she's fetching this in as well. And I've just got to say that whoever it is, I know you've just got the numbers off Matthew, but can I just give, I know you've got 13, I ain't got the other, but can I give the 13th of a month? I've got the 13th of the month. So that does mean something. And they're taking me to June. So I don't know if it's the 13th of June, but there's definitely the 13th when she passed. Right. Thank you. So we were right with, you were right with your first one, I were right with mine. Because she's fetching this in as well, darling. Quickly, I'm going to let you go on to one of the others. But can I just say that she's just tightening my purse strings? She's just tightening my purse strings, and she says just go a bit careful because there's things you're going to need, because once you do start decorating, you're one of these. Your son's birthday is the 13th. Because once you start decorating, you'll want to change things. And wait a minute, right, this might do it. Somebody's wanting to change a carpet to laminate or laminate to carpet. There's the changeover from a carpet to a laminate or the vice versa, because she's fetching that in. And with that, I am going to leave it and pass it over. Right, thank you. I'm going to pass it over to Irene or Tony and say thank you, both of you, for working with me. Oh, they both can understand everything we've said.
I told you we would be juggling both. I immediately felt like it was both of their spirits at one time.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I am almost sure that I am with Meg. Meg, I know what yes, the house has and I want laminate put in. Right, Meg, I want to come to you, sweetheart, because I'm being shown papers here from a solicitor, and I know in an earlier message you said that you were looking for a new house. There is going to be one coming up for you, sweetheart, because I'm being shown the legal papers, and I'm being showing. Well, I know that Tony uses a quill for his for signing legal papers, so I'm going to borrow that from him because these legal papers have got to be signed. But I've also been shown the courthouse, so I don't know if there's something there, whether you have a family member who is either in the police force or works in a courthouse or works in a legal office. You got the papers yesterday and haven't opened them. Right. Okay, sweetheart. Well, I don't know who it is that I've got with me, and they stood behind me, so I can't see them, sweetheart. But what they're saying is they're giving you a quill. I'm borrowing Tony's quill for you to sign these papers. But what they're saying is, please read all the small print before you sign them. Read them, and you can take the courthouse as well through an accident. Right, that's absolutely fine, sweetheart. But they're saying that you are going to be happier when you do eventually move. And with this horrible disease going around, nobody's sure when that's going to be. But just remember and keep in mind what I've told you, sweetheart, because it's all going to be legalities for the next however long it takes. But please read through them properly, read through the small print. And if there's anything at all you're not happy with, take it back to your solicitor and get them checked over again. And I'm going to leave it there, sweetheart, and say good night and God bless, and pass you on to Tony.
Okay. I have a gentleman's, well, a male energy connecting with me. But I feel like this young man would have passed young. I'm 20 several. I'm 54, and I don't think he got to my age. So I know he would have passed younger than me. I'm rubbish with age. I'm not going to try and guess how old he was, but he's younger than me. So he might be in his 40s. He might still be in his 30s, but he's younger than 54 as he passes to spirit. And I know he passes really quickly to spirit. So I don't know which one of you I'm still with, but I want to say that the young man I've got is so funny. He's so funny, and he's got such a light energy around him as he's connecting with me. I feel their energy a lot, Matt, rather than the physical, and it's lovely because you get to feel their personality and their energy's coming through you.
That's super cool.
I feel like I'm really funny, and I'm such a friendly guy, and I want to be around my friends all the time. And when I say party animal, I don't mean he went out and got absolutely hammered every night of the week, but he liked to be around his friends and liked to be socializing rather than boozing, if that makes sense. 53, and his name was Michael. Right. Let me check.
Another one. You've had another one. My son passed at 27, Tony.
I'm still with the link that you guys.
Danielle and Meg.
I'm still through there, because it's that energy that's brought them through.
That's fine. I was just looking at these.
I feel like it was more of a. I don't know. It was an event that happened that took him to spirit, and I don't think he means an accident. I think he means something like an aneurysm or a heart attack or something. It's something that it wasn't an illness and he died quickly. It was an event in his body that took him over to spirit. Bless. He's talking about leaving people behind. So I don't know if he means he was married with children or if he had a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, but I know he left somebody behind. We've lost Matt. And he's also making me feel like I want to reference the month of February as being significant, Danielle or Meg, if you would understand that, please. You can understand his death, Meg. Okay, that's fine. And the only other thing I've got is that he's making me want to play with my wedding ring. So you would understand bits of jewelry that were left behind from him. All right. Okay. I really haven't got much else, so I will leave that with you, leave their love with you. And I'm really sorry we couldn't split it out between the two of you, but it was obviously meant for both of you. So they've obviously piggybacked on each other and come through. So I'm with the same people. I'm sorry, but yeah, I followed the same link. So God bless you and thank you for working with us. Oh, right. Okay.
That was good.
Right.
They both got it there, didn't we?
Okay.
I did get, it was either, the name I got as well, I don't know if that'll split it, it was either Bridget or Brenda. So I don't know which one of you can understand either Bridget or Brenda. I don't know if they're on the earth plane or in spirit, I just heard the name. So I don't know if that could help any of you.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's come through before. Bless you, Meg. That's lovely.
Yeah, I think
he's a lovely energy. He really is a gorgeous energy to work with. He was lovely. Okay. Meg has a Brenda.
Meg. Right, thank you.
Meg has Brenda.
Yeah, just nodded.
So there we
Brenda
go.
or Bridget.
Yeah.
Okay. Who have we got? Because as his energy left. Oh, bye, Julie.
Sorry?
Said bye, Julie.
Oh,
Julie
bye,
Dallas.
Julie. Stay safe, darling.
Our carers will have come. Bless her. They put her to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if I start another link?
You carry on, Tony. No, you carry on.
The young man went, another one came straight in. So, right. But Brenda was living. That's fine, Jean.
That's fine. I didn't say which you were.
Right. As the young gentleman left me, a young lady came through, And the young lady, as she came through, she's telling me her passing wasn't as quick. So I feel like her passing was a bit of a longer affair, as that lady earlier said. I feel like this lady developed an illness, and I was backwards and forwards to get it checked out. And by the time they actually sent her off to get tests done, it was too late and things had advanced too far and it couldn't get done. Because I can't say that, that's swearing. She said she's really upset because if they'd taken notice of her in the first place, they might have caught it in time. And she's just qualified and said, but I know deep down they wouldn't have. But, you know, it makes her feel better to say it. She's a lovely energy. But I feel like, whereas I said with that young gentleman, he was a party animal, and it was more about being social and being out and about with his friends. This lady, I feel, would have been a party animal. She'd have painted the town red, pink, green, and all sorts of other colours. Oh, it's Michael. I just saw he does swear. And yeah, I do. But yeah, this lady would have painted the town all sorts of colours. She really would let her hair down and go for it. But I feel conflicted with her, because I feel like there's two sides to this lady. I feel like there's the wild child, if you like, but then very businesslike. And, you know, in the day job, it would almost be like, you know, like Wonder Woman, where she's what's her name during the day with the hair up and the glasses and the suit and all prim and proper. And then there's this other one that goes out and does all sorts of naughty things. But she's all right. Okay. She's just coming through with this sense of, I wondered what you were doing then, Jean. I just saw you. I feel like
saw me boobs.
No, she's telling me that I've got this sense of unfinished business. So I feel like she was part of the way through something in her life, and she's like, damn it, you know, I wanted to finish that. I wanted to get to the end of that. So I don't know if it's like she started to learn to drive but never got a test taken, or, you know, she was doing something and she didn't get to finish it or take the exams or whatever it is. So I've got that. I saw somebody say she died at 50. No, I'm younger than that. I'm younger than 50. I would say I want to be mid-30s to 40-ish if I'm that. So yeah, I've got this. Whoever this is for, you would understand that something happened at the funeral which people just thought she'd have loved that. I don't know if somebody fell over or fell in the grave or what this is, but, you know, I'd have loved that. You know, she'd have loved this. She'd have loved this, but she did, because she was there and she was laughing. She wants to talk about the 13th of a month has been significant. I know we've already had the 13th off Matt and Jean, but I've got the 13th. She didn't finish a degree, Meg Kelly. And I've also got to say that she's around the younger ones. There's younger ones in the family. I don't feel they're her younger ones, but I don't know if they're like nephews and nieces or what this is, but she's around the younger ones and she plays with them. I'm in the house now. I'm doing a Matt and Jane.
Whoever's going in the houses
would understand curtains coming down, because she's talking about curtains have come down. And I don't know if you're putting blinds up instead or changing the curtain. And whoever's put wallpaper up recently, and it must be sort of either just before Christmas or this side of Christmas, she really doesn't like it. She really doesn't like it. She says, if you like it, that's fine. But, you know, if she's still been here, she'd have walked in your house and gone, what have you put that up for? But she's just talking about that. As she's leaving, I always say to them, give me something to leave with. And I'm really sorry, I've got to give you a pair of peaches. Don't know why I've got to give you a pair of peaches. Oh, I do know. That's rude. I'm not saying that. Somebody's anatomy has been compared to 2 peaches in a handkerchief. And I'm leaving it there.
Yeah.
I'm pleased you guys couldn't do what
Matthew, can you follow that, please, darling?
I can try.
Can you follow that, Matthew?
Maybe.
Amanda asked, Matt can come to mine. Jean, welcome to, of course. So we can go and have a look around her house.
Well, you know what, Amanda? Right when I read that, I immediately walked into whatever your bedroom or whatever, and I saw the closet door open. I know, Tony, it's scandalous, and I can see like a bunch of. It looks like a gray hoodie, like or a gray sweater, like sticking out of your closet, lying on the floor. But other than that, it looks like a really nice place. I like it.
She's decorating. She says she's decorating.
Awesome. So I'm sorry, is it my turn?
Yeah, you want to go?
Okay,
yeah,
right.
go.
Yes. Yeah, I've been like, and sorry I disappeared for a second. I could feel my blood sugar coming down, so I went and grabbed a handful of grapes or cigarettes or both. Just kidding, just grapes. All right, so I felt
cigarettes.
Just kidding. I felt a gentleman coming forward that had me pick up my pen. He to me feels like he passed away from cancer, and I feel like it was metastatic. I feel like it traveled around his body, and I'm really drawn to the place that was significant in his cancer was his bladder. And I also feel like personality-wise, he would have been really, 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 really funny. He loved to joke around with people. He loved to make people laugh, but he was also very stubborn. I feel like nobody could tell this man what to do. I feel like he could be a little bit rough around the edges. So to me, what that means is that he wouldn't be like a suit wearing man. He would be like a t-shirt and jeans wearing man with maybe a bit of scruff. And he's saying that he got hit when he found out he was sick. He found out he was very, very sick. And I feel like he passed away fairly quickly, even though when we think of cancer, we usually think of something that takes a long time. I feel like it was a few months from the date of diagnosis to the date of passing. And all of a sudden, he's showing me a beer can that is like bent in half, and I can see there's a crease in the can going through the label or the name of this beer, and I feel like somebody still has this can that belonged to him. Whether it's super significant or not, I don't know, but I can see this beer can sort of broken. He's coming forward for you. He's got a lot of love in his heart. He's wanting people to know that he feels free. And when he says that, I feel like all of a sudden I'm standing on a beach and I can hear the birds, and I feel like I can finally take a deep breath and I can just be. He's coming in talking as well about his family on Earth, and he says that lately everyone's been doing their own things. Everybody's been kind of distant from each other emotionally, and I don't think that has to do with the pandemic either. I want to be clear on that. I feel like everyone is just sort of go in this individual growth period right now. He also is holding a baby in his hands, and I can see an umbilical cord. So to me, this is a baby that never made it onto Earth. This could be a miscarry or something like that. But he's sending emotional healing to the person who lost this child, because they have never been able to let it go. I also can see the month of June is important with this loss. So it could be conception or loss, the month of June. I also want to go to somebody who's recently had dental work done or some kind of mouth surgery or something like that, or is supposed to, or whatever. So this is, again, part of who this message is going to. The other thing that I get for you is just that going forward, work on the anxiety, work on the learning how to ground yourself. This man is saying you're constantly overwhelmed, and he's also talking about your insomnia and feeling like you're just not getting enough rest. So he's asking you to work on and focus on grounding yourself so that you can actually feel a sense of peace. All right. So hopefully somebody can take that.
There were a couple of people said that they could take it as you were going through it. It was Jonah Mackenzie and Jeanette and McAdams.
Okay, so let's ask then. We'll ask for something to separate this. Okay, let's see. So I feel like I'm getting into this man's car, and I feel like he can open the glove box and pull out a round tin that always had mints in it. So if one of you can understand somebody that had that in their car, if you know that, if you can place the man, and then you can also understand this tin of mints in his glove compartment in his car, then I will go with that as something to separate it.
Nothing coming up as yet.
Not yet. Jackie Lacroix just said she had a molar extracted last week, but it went with the rest of the message. Jonah
Mackenzie.
All right, we can, and I feel like they're the kind of mints or candies that have sugar on the outside of them. Like, you know, it's kind of, they're like white powder on the outside. I can see that.
Yeah.
All right, cool, good. We found its home.
Yeah. Ladies, have you got anything just to finish it off?
I was going to ask Irene if she wanted to go.
Right. The only thing that I've got, Jonah, is that this gentleman, he went quite quickly. He didn't linger, if you know what I mean. It was quite quick, bless him. But it's important for you to know that he's okay now, and that he's back to his normal self, if that makes sense to you, sweetheart. And he's just so loving, and he wants you to know that he's with you, that he comes to you, and that he does try and talk. He's trying to let you know that he's around you, sweetheart, because he comes in visitation, darling. Okay. And he feels, he's telling me that he went before his time, and because he was so young, but he just wants you to know that he just wants you to just remember him as he was, and carry on, and just keep going, sweetheart. And he gives you all this love. I've got to give you my go-to healing flowers of purple irises, and he's giving you a beautiful bunch of purple irises for healing, and he's also putting a healing blanket around you as well. And sometimes you'll go around your house and you'll see things that have moved or a picture crooked. That's because he's been, and he's letting you know that he's there, sweetheart, and that he's been. He's not telling me what he passed away from, sweetheart. I can't tell you that. I can only give you the information that he's giving me, and I won't make it up. So, and he's just saying that he's you know, he went far. He knows that he went too young, but he's okay now, and he's back to his normal self. And I've just got to give you that, and the purple irises and the healing blanket from him. He says he will show himself to you in time, because he will have either his favourite aftershave smell, or the deodorant, or the soap he used, or the shaving cream, something like that will tell you that he's been, and it might just only be a sniff in passing, or you might hear him walk across the floor. And I'm going to leave that with you and say good night and God bless, and see if Jean's got anything for you, sweetheart.
Only a couple of things, because I'm beginning to ache, to be honest. Can I just say that...
Go. It's fine.
Go on, what?
I was going to say, if you need to get off, that's fine. We know you're not well.
No, I'll stay, but I'm just saying I'm beginning to ache. I will just say one thing, though. I've got to just tell you, please, would you sort your bedroom out? Sort your wardrobes and your drawers, especially, as they're getting a bit overflowed. He said that they want sorting out. What you don't wear, just Well, I could say there's a drawer with a lot of different things in it, Tony, but I'm not. I'm being very good. And I could say different
Yes.
drawers, but I'm not. So the thing, I'm being very good here because things need
You
sorting
are,
out,
darling.
sweetheart. And can I just say, he is
You
making
are.
reference to closing one. Would you please make sure you've got one drawer closed? And also, just make sure you don't leave them shoes lying about, darling, or your slippers, because you're going to have a tumble if you're not careful. I know it sounds silly, but I've just got you falling upstairs, not falling down. So just be careful, because that's how I've got it, that you'll get your foot in one and you'll go up and not down. All right, sweetheart. And I will leave. I've just got, well, no, I'm not saying that. I will leave you with that, because he's just said something and I don't think it's appropriate for a Sunday night.
Joanna says there are shoes everywhere.
Shoes everywhere.
Suzanne Clary Drews put loads of caps and then asked where did our dad like to go on vacation. I don't know.
We've not been with her, have we? So we don't know.
But I just saw these caps go up, and I thought, but
yeah.
Well, that is it, everybody. We have come to time. It's flown tonight. It always does, but it's really flown tonight. And it's been such good fun, Matthew. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys
Have you seen that?
so much for having me.
Yeah, I don't want to
TV.
know how Danielle's batteries went flat.
Thank you guys very much for having me as part of your service.
You're more than welcome.
I had a wonderful time.
yeah.
Thank you.
It's lovely to meet you. It is really nice to meet you.
All I'll say, Matthew, if you ever come to England, you can always come and stop with me and my husband, you and your partner.
But
Okay.
I got to bring the painting, right?
Yeah, you've got to bring the painting.
Bring the painting.
You've got to bring the painting. Yes,
You've
darling.
always got a place for me, sweetheart.
Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure.
If you want to come to
he won't
Coast,
mind. Don't worry about him.
no, if you want to come to England and come to Coast, me and Tony's got a caravan.
Not one.
All right, just because I have
One
it.
each. One each.
One each.
Thank you, guys. I very much appreciate that.
Bless you.
Very kind. Bless you guys
It's been a
too.
lovely, lovely evening.
Yes,
Just
it's been wonderful to meet you,
notices.
sweetheart.
We are on again tomorrow night, 7:00. The calendar of events is now on my Facebook page as well. I know some people are having trouble logging in. I'm trying to work out what's gone wrong with how it's been loaded up, but I'll take it out and try again. But tomorrow night is 7:00, and we have another guest medium with us, fingers crossed. Also, that'll take us through to Friday when we are doing our Friday evening service. There will be Bridlington on Wednesday. I'm on at Bridlington. And then Thursday, I am, yes. And then there is Littleport on Thursday. I'm not sure who their medium is, but I'm sure Nick will put a post out and it'll be all organised before then. And that is it. As always,
I'm doing service for Heather at Sutton on Zoom on the 14th of February. Ooh. If you want to put it on the on your calendar, Tony.
I will.
Okay.
Send it to me in a message, and I'll put it up.
It's a Sunday night.
I'm at Woodhouse Park Spiritualist Center
You'll have to
tomorrow.
Message me.
Is that Sarah Stirrup?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's lovely. You'll enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be good.
When is that, Matthew?
Tomorrow.
When is that?
Tomorrow? 3 p.m. my time. I think that is 8 p.m. UK time.
Oh, we might just catch it. If we're on time tomorrow, we might
what?
Jump over quick.
Where's that at?
It's Sarah
Where
Stirrup.
are you? Stirrup?
Sarah Stirrup.
Oh, Sarah Stirrup.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah's place in Manchester. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. I will.
About a 5-10 second delay on our feed for some reason.
The internet.
It's the internet.
Internet.
I didn't hear about the 14th Valentine's, so you'll have to Send me a text.
I'll talk to you tomorrow, Jean. I'll talk to you tomorrow, love.
Yeah, talk to me tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You two sort it out. As always, if there's anything else you want, you need, just let us know and we'll always try and sort something out. Like I said, we've got a special guest medium on tomorrow. Looking forward to seeing him. Not seen him in a little while. Okay, that's it. Would you like to close in prayer? Are you up to singing, Jean, or not?
Oh, yes, I've got to sing.
Right. Would you like to close in prayer, Matthew?
I'm fried at the moment.
All right, no problem.
My brain is gone in message number 1. So,
all right. Irene?
Would you like to sing, Matthew?
No, and you don't want me to either. Definitely not.
You haven't heard me yet, love. You haven't heard me.
Oh, bless.
Go on,
It's
Irene,
all right.
it's you.
I'll close in prayer. Can we bow our heads, please, friends? Dear Lord, Divine Father, thank you so much for the wonderful message of this evening. And we thank you for letting Matt join us all the way from Ontario in Canada. And as I close the veil on this service, could I please ask for healing to go all around the world, wherever it's needed, to our animal kingdom, to our wonderful Mother Earth. And could I also ask for and say thank you for the many blessings that you give to us each day, and thank our families in spirit, our guides, our helpers. And I'll now close the veil and hand everything back to you, all the glory, all the love, and all the faith. And until we meet again, may I ask for a guardian angel to be with every head bowed before you this evening. Amen.
Amen.
Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen.
You've been
Amen.
grassed up, Matthew. You've been grassed up. Matt sings karaoke.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Yeah,
You
not
sing
well.
karaoke.
Not well. Jean is far above my singing capability by a lot. Yeah.
Michael, myself, and Jean went to
A choir.
a choir, and they closed it rather than have us come back.
We were only here 6 weeks.
Now I'm going to go to England and I'm going to give them a reason for them to never think that about you guys again. They will just kick me out of the country. Yeah.
Thank you. Right. Good night and God bless everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Good night. Good night. God bless.
Lovely meeting you.
Take care,
Likewise.
everybody. Stay safe.